Greetings, this is Michael Rinn from Madrid at the IDICE conference, where we're in the third day, and I'm here with Dan Ernst, professor at University of Wisconsin. Dan, you gave a talk on concurrency in the computer science curriculum. I'd like to ask you, what sort of challenges did you face to introduce this sort of new topic?
Well, one of the issues is the approach we took was one of being very thorough. We wanted to start it early in the curriculum. We wanted to move it throughout the curriculum and really integrate it with what students were already learning. The tricky part with that is being one faculty member is that I don't teach most of those courses. And so a lot of this was going through and providing help to each of the faculty members that were teaching these courses, talking to them about the issues, trying to find ways that that I could help them fit it into their coursework. That was probably the biggest challenge that I saw.
Interesting. There's another challenge I've heard from other faculty members that we interact with, and they say, well, if we introduce this topic, we need to drop another topic. I mean, did you find that with the integrated approach? You had to deal with that?
Well, the answer, I like to give that one as well. I don't know what you teach, so I can't really tell you what to drop, but on a little more serious note, the way that we approached it was to introduce parallelism a really small amount at a time. Give students a really very basic understanding early. Something that wouldn't take more than maybe a day or two in each course level. What you take out of that, I think, is kind of your own prerogative. What do you see as important or not important in your own curriculum for your students, for what you feel is your students' needs. Our students, I know, have different needs than students at some of the other universities.
So when you were setting up or deciding what to teach and in which course, how did you prioritize? Like, how do you choose the most important topics within parallel computing?
I think for us the biggest issue was just making it accessible. If you think about the way that we teach students anything really in programming, we start with some novice level, right? You teach them a novice level of creating methods or functions, but you don't really get into the more intricate details of it until later on, right? You start with something, and then later on you might introduce them to some of the more complex aspects. We took the same approach with parallelism. Start off with, well, how can you identify parallelism in a problem? Something, and we gave them some examples there. There was some very nice, easy stuff to see. One of the examples I gave in my talk was, just an image convolution algorithm, which is just a simple nested loop over a two-dimensional array. And students very quickly can see, oh, well, you can break it up very easily as all the segments of a picture are independent. So we wanted to start a piece at a time, right? So a little bit. We started with decomposition, right? Decomposing a problem into smaller pieces. Later on, as we move through the curriculum, we start getting them, into more in-depth topics as they become more comfortable with it. And we feel that's a little less threatening way to approach parallel programming than has been used in the past.
That sounds really good. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay. Since you have some good examples, and it sounds like a nicely graduated sequence, would you be willing to share those with faculty at other universities?
Absolutely. The description of the assignments that we have are in the paper we have here at IDICE, but absolutely, I'll be putting up some of the write-ups of these assignments as I sort of clean them up a little bit on my website. You can come take a look at that. So absolutely, we'd like to get more people interested in taking this kind of approach to curriculum, because we think it's an issue that a lot more students need to be exposed to with the way the industry has been going lately. So
that's outstanding. I appreciate it. Thanks. We look forward to that.